Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Ready or Not. The Atom update is finally upon us for non-supporters, and with it brings new levels, new mechanics, and, as I'm sure anyone would agree, most importantly, new AI. Now, I've played a few rounds with the new AI, and they're largely fixed from their old buggy Terminator state, but that's not at all to say they're not still dangerous in their own way. They've gotten a lot craftier, able to more intelligently flank us, actually using the environment to their advantage. But I haven't really seen the full extent of that yet. However, from what I hear, there is a level that was previously in the game and removed to be worked on, in which we kind of see the horror tone this game goes for in full force. Now, this game is a tactical shooter in the vein of SWAT 4, but much like SWAT 4, I've always described it as telling what I would call a realistic modern horror story. Doing so through the situations that it puts you into, the suspects you encounter, and the environmental storytelling that it dots throughout. All while being a job simulator that sort of takes a tone that's... I guess the closest thing I could compare it to is the first season of True Detective. Now, I haven't seen what the full story of this map is yet. This is my first time playing it in its current iteration. Last time it was apparently a lot less detailed than it currently is, but first we gotta find it. Here we go. Sullivan's Slope. A lethal obsession. A former USIA analyst has a warrant for his arrest over the suspected murder of 5 police officers in McCade County, Greater Los Sueños. Gerard Scott, 55, waited out the front of East McCade Police Department with a loaded Mini 14 after setting a car alight on the street in front of the department. He then shot at officers while they attempted to extinguish the alighted vehicle. Witnesses on the street reported this vehicle as he drove away. So it seems like this is somebody who was, at one time, like an analyst for the government. See, right away, I'm really happy with the way they're framing this. They're not giving us a full briefing on who this guy is, or what he believes, or what we expect to find. All we have is what we know about him from before, and what we know he did now. And as we go in, it'll be on us to observe what might have led to that change. Well, let's go in. We'll be using SMGs, because once we get inside, I figure it'll be quite cramped. Given the kind of guy this is, I'm also kind of going to be on alert for possible traps. Nope, here we are.
Hands up now.
Talk to Element. Suspects have a foothold in this area and they're refusing to cooperate. Entry team, you are cleared to proceed with the mission.
Let me see those hands.
Now this really does remind me of True Detective. Can you guys shut up? Yeah, one annoying thing I've found in this update, your guys never stop yelling for compliance. I'm hoping that'll be fixed real soon.
Let me see your hands.
But look, it looks like he's burning something, but what? The barbed wire suggests he's fortified the place, and it looks like there's boards up over the first floor window. Oh, we're taking fire. But from where? Is he off in the woods somewhere? I didn't see any muzzle flashes from the windows.
Hands up now.
I really wish my guys weren't shouting for compliance and probably giving us away. Alright, falling on me. We're gonna move around the side, being very careful to watch for movement in these windows. But I don't see anything yet. You guys are seriously ruining the mood for me right now. So far I see nothing, but I did hear a gunshot before. That's unmistakable. We're going to want to take it really, really slowly. Once we get inside, actually... Look at this. He's got his fence surrounding the property. I can't help but feel that maybe he was anticipating this confrontation by... Did you see that? I just saw something pop up. It looked like he was maybe wearing a ghillie suit.
Hands up. Police, hands up.
Nope, more shots from inside. I'm kind of returning blind fire here. Maybe we get inside? Okay, we need to get closer to the house so we can't get an angle on us. I'll try and toss a flashbang up there, buy us some time. Up you go. Alright, let's get inside, let's get inside. which is not really the smartest thing to do. Check for traps. Alright, everybody in. Everybody fall in on me.
Alright, you got point.
Let's see what we can do. We've got 2 of our guys injured. They will kind of just stand there and let themselves get shot. The SWAT AI is the weakest link in this current update.
Hands up now.
I can hear more suspects yelling now.
Hands up now.
We're at their mercy now.
It's the police. Hands up now.
Sounds like there's a whole bunch of them inside. I think we've downed 1 already.
Get down and put your hands up.
But, oh, this isn't good. There's a whole bunch of them maneuvering in there, and there's so much clutter, who knows where they'll even be. Looks like there's even more barbed wire inside, which means they might have turned this into a trap for the responding officers. That might have been their plan all
Show
along.
me your damn hands. Police, hands up.
This is like something out of Silence of the Lambs or Seven.
Hands up now.
I really love how they've played up that, like, True Detective, just dirty, disgusting air, showing us the absolute lowest of humanity.
Get down and put your hands up.
They say they're not going to jail, and we might have to oblige them on that.
On me.
Man, I am so freaked out. Can you guys stop giving away our position, please? Man, I am so freaked out by what almost looked like a plant popped up. And I immediately sprayed it. I don't know if that's the right thing to do.
Show me your damn hands.
Police, put your hands up.
Police, hands up. Get down and put your hands where I
Ricin mixing checklist. Ricin effects on animal life. So not only are they synthesizing it, they're testing it on all different animals, maybe trying to figure out dosages and such. Alright, we don't have time for this. We've got to settle this now. I've really got to wonder. I've recently been watching a documentary on Ted Kaczynski, and I wonder if those notes trying to get the recipe perfect isn't maybe some kind of inspiration from the way he did something similar with his explosives.
hands where I can see them.
Speaking of which, it looks like we've got a tripwire on this door right here.
This is the police. Hands up. Arms outstretched.
Don't see anything yet.
Get down and put your hands up. Is over. Put your hands in the air. Kill yourself. Police, hands in the air. Never. Hands in the air.
Still don't see anything.
Police,
Alright, everybody move in on me.
Roger.
I'm gonna need you all for this. Oh, look, they've drawn on the walls as well.
Get down and put your hands up. Give me a
Certainly seems like there's a strong dose of paranoia in this ideology.
police. Put your hands up.
Or are they? I think we're gonna wedge this door on the right,
Guns and leave. Get down now.
while making sure to watch this corner as well. Okay, let's quickly wedge this
Get ugly.
so that they can't come from that way. We need a completeness of information so that we don't get ambushed.
Hands up now.
I don't see anyone there.
Hands where I can see them.
Falling behind me.
Let me see those hands.
And I don't see anyone this way either. Oh, this is a map I can smell.
Hands where I can see them.
This is the most...
Police, put your hands up.
Wait, I think I hear someone.
Hands up.
This is always the most tense part, just wandering through the maze they've created, the horror show of their own delusions. And I don't know if I hit my target before, because I'm pretty sure this is where they were standing. Gotta be careful for... I think I just saw someone move. I saw a shadow pass in front of the light. Do I flash out? I want to take some alive.
Drop your weapon.
I'm pretty sure I was just unloading into you.
Situation.
Coming to you, sir.
Talk
I
to
just
high
love the
ground.
way they frame this thing in the
Suspects
clearing
have taken
here.
refuge and are refusing to cooperate.
The kind of thing that's so calm at first, but you just know you're gonna find some nightmares inside. Speaking of nightmares, that was just like a nightmare, how I was unloading on that guy and it just wasn't doing anything. I think the 10mm MP5 just wasn't enough. So, we're coming in with more firepower now, AP rounds and a higher caliber. We want to get in as quickly as possible to minimize the time we spend in a firefight out here. And we're going to once again work our way in from the bottom up. Slowing it down now so that they can't hear exactly where we are. I don't see anyone inside. So we're going to peek this door, check for traps. Are you down here? They do respond, at least verbally, to flashlights, so sometimes I'll shine it down a hallway just to see if they react. Alright, Blue, you're going to cover this door.
Okay, going and gone.
On my
Red,
six.
you're going to fall in on me. You better have me covered. I don't see anybody here. Any traps? No. Alright, this looks empty. We're going to start making our way upstairs now.
On my six.
Falling on me.
Coming to you.
And we'll get ready. Take this as slow as we possibly can. Same plan as before. We're going to wedge the door at the top of the stairs. I don't know how many there are, but we're at a disadvantage. I've deliberately not looked at the end screen, so I don't know how many there will be. I fixed the yelling bug. I did that because it believed I still had mods installed, even though I didn't, so I just deleted my mod.io folder, and that fixed the constant yelling bug. The problem is, now it's just footsteps. They're not constantly yelling to reaffirm their positions in response to my guys anymore. Okay, one down. Oh, he's wearing a gas mask. Oh, we just took down Reggie Ledoux. This really is True Detective. But I can still hear at least one voice. I'm pretty sure he was wearing a ghillie suit in the previous run. Sounds like he's up and on the right. Suspect
is
down.
but breathing. He's stable, and he's ready for evac. We're
Talk
spraying
to high
targets.
Time down.
Copy. Clean house, and we'll take them out.
And that was,
Mail you back to the agency.
I think he's right through this wall. Let's not wedge it right away this time. I'm going to have you
Cover me.
cover this direction.
Copy. We're moving out now.
I really wish you guys would do a better job of following me.
It's alive.
I think he's right here. He is.
This is Talk. Copy. Clean house, and we'll take them out.
I don't know if he heard me try the door just now, but if I can get a flashbang, we can take him alive.
Kill every last one of them.
No trap. Flash in.
They're finished.
Anybody else? Gotcha.
Motherfuckers. If they want war, I'll give them a war.
We got a suspect
And we
here
got
ready
him.
for trailers.
Talk
See,
to
this is something I really disagree with, is having the soft complete. Don't tell me when we've gotten the last suspect. I want to clear the rest of this place. Oh, but just look at the rest of this place. This looks like something out of, like, Resident Evil 7, but almost more detailed. Look at all this clutter on the floor. And it looks like all the food they were eating was locally sourced. Oh, that's what's burning. They set fire to the RV. I still believe, based on the layout of this place, that they brought us here to lure us into a fight. Was that maybe part of it? The smoke plume would be seen from miles around? Alright, well, I suppose now's the part where we enter into the sort of Sicario opening, and no, I will not stop with the media references. And learn just who it is we're dealing with. A bombing location. Was this maybe something that he was responsible for, either on his own or even for the government? I think that might be him when he was an analyst. He's got the beard and everything. Eyes scratched out with another on the forehead. The eyes are a symbol we're seeing all over the place. Now, despite the fact that it's telling us that we've removed every threat, that's not exactly true. We've still got to be very careful, because there could still be traps on any given door. This leads out to the second floor porch. Satanic orbital fluid extraction. So is there maybe like some kind of religious angle to this as well? Also, with these drawings, that evokes some unfortunate inferences. Even more formulas. Now, we saw a bunch of chemistry on the wall downstairs, obviously relating to the ricin. But it's weird. It seems like he's trying to reduce his entire conspiracy to some kind of equation. Animals, cameras, radio, drones, water, towers. I mean, I guess it sort of makes sense that he believes in government, like, surveillance of him since, well, he did it. But I don't know if it's really quite to this extent. That's a map of the city. He's tracking certain individuals. Take out their eyes. Mountain tunnel system. And it looks like there's another recorder right here. Oh, another trap right here.
Farming trap.
Got you. And this leads out to the back. Okay, that's the projector room. I think we're gonna go up to the third floor now and see what's in store for us up there. Yeah, this would be... Oh, there is a third floor exterior door. Whoa, wait, okay, so that makes this so much easier. I think I'm gonna try this again, but this time coming around the side here. I think coming through here will make this much less maze-like and give us an advantage as we have the high ground going downstairs instead of coming up with all these different angles. USIA Godhead Complex. Just look at this place. The absolute filth these people were living in for God knows how long. This is what I love about the environmental storytelling in this game. When everything is so properly detailed and scaled, when you can infer so much from the objects that are left around and the state you find this place in, it just tells so much more story than text ever could, especially when we're informed that this guy hasn't been living his whole life like this, that all of this is a spiral that's happened since he left what was, by all accounts, a pretty prestigious position. So much is left up to inference, and yet, still, a picture is worth 1,000 words. When it's done like this, I feel like we really get the impression that through doing our job, we're coming in at the final act of what is a much more complicated and much longer and more painful story. Speaking of pain... Yeah, I am now 100% convinced that this was an intentional luring job. Oh, look! Now that I look at it this way, look, this whole thing seems like it's basically a kill box. These cages would probably make it harder for SWAT to knock down the wooden walls to maneuver their way through, which isn't in the game, but is something they do in real life. And look, these weak points are all labeled right here, showing where to find equipment if you want to rearm from dead troops. And it's right here on this box, which is right at the end of what is probably an intentional firing line. Now, I've found 2 of these recorders already. I suspect there's probably a third. I think there's probably going to be 1 on each floor, but let's give them a listen.
The stage is set. They wouldn't come to me, so I went to them. They'll send their best now.
So it seems like it's pretty much exactly as I thought. But it also implies that he believed that what he was doing here would draw attention sooner. He was frustrated that it wasn't happening, and that's why he attacked those cops, to ensure that we would be coming in right now. And now that I've had a chance to look at it, I finally understand what this is. Some kind of timed contraption to spray like some aerosolized form of ricin, I guess.
Judge will come here. You'll have to. It has to be him. I've seen his training, his methods. I know what kind of man he is. Part of the cycle, just like me. In a never-ending game. I'll show him when he gets here. Show him that he's the same puppet as me. Trapped in the same sick play.
As expected, here's number 3.
I'm trying to teach him. I told him no electronics in the perimeter. He doesn't understand. You're always watching, always listening. The cycle has to be broken. Broken my way. And they'll see what I see. They'll know what it's like to have their mind, their soul, their humanity ripped away from them. Just like it was ripped away from me. All they left me with was this body. This toy puppet on strings. Suffering. Only suffering.
So when he said, I told him no electronics, apparently except for these field recorders, I guess he's probably talking about his accomplice, the one we shot on the stairwell. Believing that all communications and electronics are used to spy, it seems specifically on him. He believes he's at the center of this big conspiracy. And, you know, it's one of those things where you really have to wonder what he saw as an analyst, and what might have been done to him. I will air one minor nitpick, which is that I think it would be better if they didn't do so much of a stereotypical crazy voice on these recordings. I think it would be better given his background. You have this otherwise intelligent and rational sounding person, but the actual content of what they're saying is nonsense. Alright, well, I think I'm going to try this again. Only trying to take it from the back this time, coming in from the 3rd floor and working our way down. I think that'll be more advantageous to us. And that's the strength of levels like this in tactical shooters, where they give you the opportunity to try things from different angles. Oh, huh. That's unexpected. I guess the man I lit up on the stairs actually survived his injuries, and so we technically get an S ranking? That's nice, I suppose. We did it, guys.
Provide support.
Alright, now once again, we're going to want to rush up.
Entry team.
The last thing I want is to take fire from up there,
They're refusing to cooperate. Entry team,
but just
you
the
are
nature
cleared
of
to
this, it's
proceed
always
with
going to be
mission.
kind of a D-Day. Watch those doors when we can see them. And now that we're underneath the porch where they can't fire down at us, we're going to slowly make our way up. We don't want them hearing our footsteps. Maneuvering around the side. The kill box, it seems, is very much in an up-down sort of way. You would think they would take steps to fortify the back, but I guess that's not what they did. I'm going to have my men
Use
wedge
the
that
door
door. Want to cover this as well. Alright, now
Provide support.
fall in on me. Taking care for that balcony, because they can get an angle on us from there. And let's see what happens here. There's one suspect right there on the stairs. I'm not sure if we should wait and see if he comes back so that we can toss a flashbang and maybe try to take him alive. Or if we should just enter right now, knowing that we have the high ground, and that if he wants to... No, there's Gerard.
Look at you.
He's gone around the corner. Okay, no traps. You still there? I need to peek this corner, but I don't want to expose... There you are.
Drop it now!
And that's it for you. Never saw it coming despite all his preparation. See, there's such a wide variety of stories that can be told through the way you approach this, and that's what I love about tactical shooters. Before he got his accomplice killed and was captured himself, the thing he swore would never happen, this time he just never saw it coming. That other guy is still downstairs, though. Now, I'm a little bit more comfortable moving up because I know now that there's nobody on the right. There's only 2 suspects. At least I think there can only be 2 suspects. There is sometimes some variation within maps. Oh, he's mad. Alright, I have a better idea. Blue, cover this area.
We're moving on now.
Red, you're gonna come with me, and we're gonna actually enter through that doorway right there, because I think he might be just on the other side.
Stay on me.
Affirmative. Moving into your position.
Oh, never mind. They're engaging right now. Wait, is one of my guys down there? Where's other blue? I can't even tell where that is. Alright, we're gonna stick to the plan and head down there. We know that they didn't get the suspect because it's not giving us the option to soft complete. God, the SWAT AI are so stupid in this update. Literally told you, cover this area. Stand at the top of the stairs. What do? Apparently move in on their own. Oh, they did hit him. But it's not giving me the soft complete option. Is he perhaps doing some lying?
We've got a dead suspect here.
Talk to entry team.
Ah, so he was
Affirmative,
hit,
entry team.
but he was faking being down. See, that's another way that the suspects in this game are so friggin' crafty. You see all these holes in the walls? They can slide between those, even though we never got to see that in action. They are much better at flanking now.
Suspect standing by for transport.
This is talk. Roger, entry team. Great work. Keep going.
Good job, you heroic idiot. There he is. Looks like he's actually still
Suspect
moving.
is down but breathing. He's stable.
Are we gonna get an S rank again despite shooting both of them?
Objectives failed.
Oh,
This one's a wash.
you're a... Oh, did you guys see that? He's a real mountain man. Wow, they really don't spare any expense when it comes to details in this game. But yeah, we got an S rank again. They're both injured, but he actually survived that. I guess those were more upper torso than headshots, but yeah. What an insane game. Those are always the scariest moments, those times where you shout, they turn, and it's just fire going back and forth, and you won't know the outcome until it stops. Apparently we failed the Apprehend Gerard Scott objective, despite the fact that we get an S rank and complete the mission? That's another way it can go. So that was Ready or Not's new Lethal Obsession map, and in my opinion, it's everything this game should be. It's one of the most exciting levels in the game, even despite having only 2 enemies. And the reason for that is because of the way the AI behaves, because of the fundamental nature of the gameplay mechanics, and the way those mechanics force you to interact with the environment, and the way the suspects interact with the environment. That's what makes Ready or Not a horror game. Knowing that death is around every corner, that you have to pay attention to every little detail. that even your supposed advantage still leaves you, the individual, so vulnerable. I think that's the future of making games exciting. Not having more and more enemies, not having explosions all over the place, because to me, that just has a numbing effect. When you're just worried about those one or two suspects that could be around the corner, it forces you to really take your time, and really feel accomplished when you finally take them down and overcome those threats, knowing that you had to apply your caution and knowledge. That's where games like this shine. And that's not even touching on the disturbing nature of the level itself, but I've already sung my praises in that regard. In any case, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. And as always, I will see you in Carcosa.